So, what type of player are you getting with DeVonta Smith? You're getting a guy that, first of all, won the Heisman Trophy at receiver. And that hasn't happened in a really long time. Last time it happened, I believe it was in the 90s back with Desmond Howard. So it's been a really long time since a receiver has won that Heisman Trophy. It's really a quarterback award. And to win it at any other position, you really need to have an outstanding season. And DeVonta Smith was outstanding this past season. So now we know all about his speed, but what's really impressive about his speed is how effortless he makes it all seem, in my opinion. It's almost as if he isn't really trying that hard to run away from guys out there, and it's kind of unfair almost. On this play right here, he doesn't even get the ball, but look at how quickly he gets off the ball, and look how quickly he gets downfield. Also, look at how he's able to stop on a dime and get back into his route full speed. The corner that's out there covering him was about to get beat by at least 2.5 yards had that ball been thrown, and DeVonta Smith would have walked in the end zone. In the national championship game against Ohio State, look at how the threat of his speed affects guys out there on the field. Alabama sends him on an orbit motion right here. He sticks his foot in the ground and reverses and goes back the opposite way. Ohio State's playing man coverage right here, so that corner that's covering DeVonta Smith, he has to go with him on that motion. He has to follow him. And the threat of DeVonta Smith beating him across the field on that motion affects that DB so much that he sprints to the other side of the field and loses sight of DeVonta Smith, who's going back in the opposite direction and running wide open for a touchdown. I honestly don't think I've ever seen anything like that happen on the field in all my years of watching football. Same thing here on this play. DeVonta Smith starts the motion across the formation, then comes back the opposite direction full speed. Ohio State's playing man coverage once again, so that corner has to follow DeVonta Smith. This time, DeVonta Smith is just way too fast, and he's able to outflank him because of that speed. He gets the ball out in the flat, and he's able to walk in the end zone for a pretty easy touchdown. He's almost like Steph Curry in a way where he has a type of speed that distorts defenses and pushes defenses to their limits in the same way Steph's ability to shoot the ball from distance does in the NBA. It's kind of like a similar concept in my opinion. Now with the type of speed that DeVonta Smith has, he's almost unguardable, especially if you allow him to get clean releases off the line of scrimmage like he does on these plays right here. He's just way too quick and way too fast, so if you make a mistake trying to press him at the line of scrimmage, or if you let him get a free release, he can really put stress on your defense and beat you down the field. I really like how he's able to get on the DB's toes at the snap and get inside, push back upfield and sell that deep route, and at the top of that route, he's able to snap out of his break and create separation. Same thing here on this play, and honestly, this is like taking candy from a baby. Florida decides to come out and play Smith one-on-one with an outside levered corner and no inside help right here. I'm pretty sure that's probably not what they wanted right there on this play. DeVonta Smith explodes off the line of scrimmage. He gets on the DB's toes really quickly, sets him outside, and he beats him back across his face for the touchdown. Now we have a corner that's guarding him, that's not pressing him at the line of scrimmage, and he's just going to mirror and run with him. I like what DeVonta Smith does with his speed here, gets off the ball fast, and he really sells that deep route right here. And look at how sudden he is when he breaks down on his route. He went from full speed to a complete stop with ease, and look at how much separation he's able to create right here. The quarterback gets the ball out before the DB can even get his foot in the ground and drive on the ball. Right here we get a corner that's showing press and bailing at the last second, and that's not a problem for DeVonta Smith. He gets off the ball with speed, sells the post route, breaks back to the outside to the corner, really nice and smooth into his route. His pad level never changes. He doesn't give away his routes. with his posture and how he runs with his pad level. He's able to get upfield, get in and out of his breaks very cleanly. And if this were a better ball, this might have been a touchdown right here. Good job right here on this deep out route. He gets into it with speed, and as long as he's coming down that hash with speed, that safety, he's going to have to stand his back pedal, and he can't break on the ball. So DeVonta Smith is doing a really good job of not rushing that route. He's keeping that safety at bay with his vertical speed, keeping that guy on the hash. He has a good speed cut out of it, and it's a fairly easy catch and throw for an explosive play down the field. I like DeVonta Smith's versatility as well. He's one of those guys that can be moved around all over the field. Alabama liked to motion him around a lot and get him out on the move. They also ran a ton of screens and reverses to try to get the ball in his hands quickly, because he can really get upfield and turn that corner really quickly like he does on this play right here from the national championship game. They're able to get the ball out to him on the screen, and look how he's able to accelerate, bend the corner, and pick up about 20 yards on the play that looked like it might have been a short gain at best. DeVonta Smith has that type of versatility on offense, and he can also give you some value as a returner as well. I think he's probably best suited as a punt returner, but I'm sure he could return kicks. And the only knock that I would say against him is his size. And like based on my eye test, he looked like he weighed about 170 to 175 pounds on film. He's also got a really slight frame, long arms, just really slender and skinny like. He's not an overly physical type of player either. So I wonder about what happens when he has to line up against more physical players, more physical DBs out there that are really trying to get their hands on him and can keep up with him athletically as well. I don't think he's had too much of a problem throughout his career with that. And with the type of speed he has and the type of quickness he has, I think he'll be in good shape regardless of who he's going out there and lining up against. Now, overall, I really like DeVonta Smith as a receiver. Even last year when Alabama still had Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs out there, I thought other than Jeudy, DeVonta Smith was Alabama's next best receiver. I thought he was a little better than Ruggs, and I was really excited that he came back another year because he really had an opportunity to go out there and show what he could do. I mean, sometimes he was a little bit overshadowed by Jerry Jeudy, by Henry Ruggs, and even sometimes by Jalen Waddle. So Jalen Waddle went down this season. He had a little bit more responsibility on his plate, and he went out there and he had a Heisman Trophy winning type of season. So he's a really good receiver. He's one of the most effortlessly explosive players I've ever seen on film. So based on what he did this past season, based on his skill set and his body of work, he does have a good chance to be the first receiver taken in this draft. I think it'll be a toss-up between him and Jamar Chase, but two really good players at receiver who have really different types of skill sets and get things done in different ways.